Well, hello there. So today we're going to explore the horrible world of Windows. We're going to, in the Learner Lab, launch a Windows EC2 instance. So the first thing I want to do is I need to create a private key, public private key that's RSA. So I'm going to go ahead and just run this. And this will tell us where it's going to create it by default. Now, this is the same in Linux and Mac, but different in Windows, so please pay attention to where it's going. I also don't want it to be the default. I'm going to call this Win. And then do you want a password on it? I'm going to leave it blank. Now, I'm in that folder, if you look, pwd, print working directory, home jstrain.ssh, home jstrain.ssh. So I can do an ls here, and I can see that there are here and here are the keys I just made. The private key that you should give to no one, and the public key. Now, if I do ls-l, it'll show right here those two keys. And this top one is the private, only has read-write for user, which is also the same with the public. But the public one has read for group and read for other. So this one, the top one, without the .pub, you should never give to anybody. And you'll see, as we go through this video, one of the reasons I hate doing this in AWS. On top of that, so if we cat this win.pub, so this is what I can give to anyone. You can see it's RSA. Now, I'm going to delete this private key when we're done with this video. So usually you should not show it to anyone. I'll make this full screen. Cat ID win. So you can see this is OpenSSH. So this is not quite RSA. Dang it. That's going to cause us a problem. So that's where I have this other cheat command up here. In fact, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy ID_win to win, and I'm going to call it BKUP for backup. Win BKUP. Okay. Now, I'm going to run this command on that file. And so, because before it's OpenSSH, this is going to change it to actually be a PEM. So, in fact, do you know what I could do? I'm not going to do that, but I could just call this a PEM. ls-l, we don't need to do that. We'll just cat win bkup. And we can see it's now RSA. Happy day. Cool. Now, let's come back to here, and we can get ready to launch our server. But before we launch it, the first thing we need to do is we need to add our new key. So we come here to the key pairs. We're going to actions, import key pair. I do not like Windows. I don't know why I would call it that. Browse SSH, and here's my win public key, and we can import. Cool, we have it. Go back to EC2, launch instance. Windows sucks. I don't know where that's coming from. Anyway, so right here, come down here, key pair. If you notice, I can't choose my ED key. You have to use an RSA key for Windows. So there we go. Do not like Windows. We'll just have it create a new security group. And we'll just launch the instance. So it's launching. Now with Linux, it takes a couple seconds, right, to launch. With Windows, it takes a lot longer. So if I come here to connect, RDP client, get password, not available, okay? So this is one of the reasons why Linux rules the world, because Windows has so much bloat, has so much going on, it just takes a lot of processes to run. If what you want to do is serve up web content, there's no reason to have all these other processes that Windows has. So Linux is just better. Okay, so now that we know that fact, let's take a look at some things since we have nothing else to do right now. So under connect, there is a session manager option. This is not available in the Learner Lab as of recording this video. There's an EC2 serial option. This is also not available in the Learner Lab as of the times of recording this video. So RDP is. With RDP client, you can connect to this with Windows, you can connect to it with Linux and Mac if you use the proper clients. With Windows, it's remote desktop. I used to use an R desktop in Linux. I couldn't get it to work after about 2 minutes today, so I gave up and I installed Remmina. So that's the one I'm using. In fact, let's just delete this one. Delete. Let's see if we can get the password yet. Yes, we can. So look, we can upload the private key, but it looks looking for PEM files. Now, if I named it PEM, we could maybe use it. If I go to all files, it doesn't show me all files, so I can't grab it from here. And not only that, you should never give AWS your private key. You should never give anybody your private key, but you need to get the stupid Windows password. So come back here. In fact, let's grab this first one, the OpenSSH. So if it's OpenSSH, I copy this, I paste it in there, decrypt password, nope. Come back here. So I've already converted it. I'll include the command down below as well as the link of where I where I copied that from. Copy this, come back here, decrypt it. Yay, now I have my password. I have the host name to connect to it. I have the username, okay? Cool. So now I should be able to come here to my Remmina desktop client. I'm gonna add virus. I don't know where these names are coming from. This is an RDP server. This is the public DNS name or IP address, whatever you choose to put in here. Username. It's just easier for me to copy and paste these. That way I don't do a typo. Password. Paste. And I can save. Once I save, I can just double click this and it'll connect. Okay. Now it wants me to trust a certificate. This is saying this is the first time you're logging into the server with this hostname IP. Are you sure with this certificate? Are you sure this is a good server? You sure? We'll take it. And we're gonna wait a little bit while it figures things out. We're gonna say always on top. Okay, so what we've done so far, we created a private key, an RSA private key. That was the -T. We converted our private key from OpenSSH to actually RSA format. We uploaded our private key, our public key. We uploaded our public key to AWS. We created a Windows server, which is slowly booting here. It's trying. It's Windows. Let's give it some slack, I guess. We put in our private key to get the password, and now we're in. Actually loaded. Happy day. So now that we've done this, first thing we need to do is remove all evidence that we've ever played with Windows because Windows sucks. Okay, so rm star win star happy day. Come back here. We're gonna come to EC2 key pairs. I do not like Windows. That must be it. Actions delete. Delete. And the last thing we need to do is get rid of the virus. So dashboard, instance is running, Windows sucks, and let's move this down a little bit so we'll be able to do this. Instance state, terminate. Oh, and terminate. We have successfully removed all evidence that we ever played with our virus. So remember, to be good, do the right things, and Linux is best. Have a good day.